There is a photograph that left scientists around the world for 2 straight that humanity has stared at for the past 3 years, yet no one had ever truly seen face head until just 4 when standing in space 400 used their naked eyes for the first time to see. That thing is called the Oriental Basin, a giant impact basin on the far with a diameter of up to 960. That size is equivalent and smashing hits. It formed 3.8 billion years. At that time, Earth did not even have oxygen. Humanity on Earth has, throughout the whole of civilization, yet human eyes had ever seen it completely wedged right on the border between. We can see half of its outline. Science gave it a nickname, the Moon's Grand Canyon. But in the photograph, it has appeared in full. Please hit the rice bowl. What is even eerier is what happened. While the astronaut went through solar eclipse that no one could ever experience. The moon completely blocked this, and it lasted a full 50. The longest total solar does not exceed, yet what they witnessed lasted 54 minutes. During those, they captured the sun's outermost atmosphere. It is a halo of plasma that, under normal, overwhelmed, and the naked eye absolutely can't. There it hung in the darkness of the moon, a white blazing crown suspended in space. Beside it there was that was Venus in the darkness of the Venus shone brighter than any star. And then the spacecraft lost for a full 40 minutes as it around the far side. All communications with Earth were 4 people drifted through 400,000, cut off from all of humanity. Those 40 minutes, most dangerous, and also the most complete silence of the entire. And it was that they used cameras to Earthset on the far side. The first Earthset photograph in human. A deep blue slowly sank below the lunar horizon and disappeared into the dark. This mirrors the Earthrise shot taken in 1960. That picture changed history of the environmental, and this time an opposite Earth has become. Humanity has photographed it from after the spacecraft the astronauts reported that they had seen flashes on the lunar surface, not once but at least 5 times. These were flashes called micrometeorite, tiny bits of space debris slammed into the lunar surface at speed. The energy released was instantly. It flashed and vanished against the visible to the naked for less than a second. Previously been caught on Earth. No one had ever witnessed it directly on the return. They also took a photo you may not have a full view of the Milky in deep, nearly 400, with absolutely no light pollution of arc of the Milky Way appeared as clearly the Milky Way in that is from anything you could device anywhere on Earth. Because that is the Milky Way of the farthest points from Earth. There was one more image, the one judged to have the in the entire Earth at night. Nighttime Earth had no sun. On land there were only dense clusters, north and west. Along the Atlantic coast stood at both poles auroras flickered, and along the outer edge, fine as a pencil line. That was the atmosphere. Its total thickness is only equivalent of an apple and the whole apple. And then you notice a bright it shines brighter than all this completely. That is Venus, a planet that shines by yet with reflected light alone, it easily overwhelms that humanity has built up over thousands. The success of this photo depended on Earthshine. Sunlight falls on Earth. Earth reflects, illuminating the lunar surface. Then the moon reflects that light back again, casting it onto Earth. As this back light reflection process means that Earth, even without direct sun, still has enough When you look at the moon from Earth, sometimes beside the crescent, you will see a faint. That is Earthshine. That is precisely Earthshine. The ancients called it. Now the positions have been. Earth has become the dark hemisphere, and the light source is sunlight reflected. If you look closely at the image, you will find random, fixed in place, and unchanged throughout the exposure. Those are not stuck, nor are they cities, but on the camera sensor, caused by cosmic rays. Once the spacecraft leaves the cosmic rays continuously bombard individual pixels on the sensor, creating permanent bright mark. The longer a spacecraft, the more bright point will appear in its photograph. In these images is a record of cosmic ray bombardment, left by the space environment. On the footage, Artemis has now returned safely. There is still a huge amount of images and the bandwidth of the deep space Transmission priority has to be to the astronaut and to monitoring the spacecraft. This batch of photos is only the beginning. In the coming or even months, more footage. As for the Artemis, the one meant to place humanity, the earliest it is expected, the 50-year wait has only just begun. The moon, it has waited for us for without a single word of complaint.